back at about two. I think I weighed in yesterday at 219. So I'm still pretty good, but I'll hopefully lose that right away.
Yeah, I would probably start the cleanse all over again. If you have 16 days in the tank,
Yeah.
and then start doing your workouts and stuff after that is what I would do.
Okay.
Um, and I'll get you going on the app, and you'll love the workouts, man. They're awesome. They're like me and Hyde just do them every day. They're all designed, and I know you had all the surgery and stuff. They're all designed so you can't get hurt. So it's easy, like it's all easy machine work and a little bit of like dumbbells here and there, but it's nothing like you're not straining hard. You'll be fine. It's like especially because like it's geared for guys that are all 40 and up. You know what I mean? Like if you're 20 and you started this, you'd be shredded in 10 days. But if you're our age and wife and kids and the diet and travel and work and a surgery, like I got a vasectomy in the middle of all this, which is like not recommended if you haven't had. You got one, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that didn't set me back though. I just kind of like I couldn't run, I could walk for a couple days, but I'm glad you're back, man, and I'm glad you're doing well on it. But yeah, you should.
I'm excited, buddy. This is fun. Love seeing the big group too.
Yeah,
So
man, it's getting there. We got 12 people on the call right now. I think I got almost 30 people doing it now. It's just getting bigger. I'm starting to do a little more marketing on social media. Starting to do a little more
I'm
work with talent and pushing a little bit, and you'll start seeing some ads, and everyone that's been showing up has been really good.
I'm I've got to tell you, stop posting shirtless pictures at least until I get to that point, because I got the wife telling me, "What? Why can't you look like Chris?" So
That's
she's
funny.
yeah.
Brady Matthews.
How we doing?
I'm good, man. How you been?
Day 8, baby.
Your day 8, you were 208 to start.
208. I'm 199 right now.
Dang, so you dropped almost 9, almost 10 pounds.
Um, I'll tell you, man, after not eating after 6 is what it's the most I would say it's the hardest part of the the cleanse, but you see immediate results. So
That after 6 thing is huge, man. If you can
yeah,
incorporate that into your life, it's a game changer.
yeah, it's tough. It's
It's
tough, but
tough.
yeah, but it's good.
I've heard some guys brush their teeth at 6 so that they're kind of getting ready for bed. I kind of like start winding it down around 6, start kind of heading towards the bed. It's just for me, it was always the popcorn and the wine and like the M&Ms and the movie time from that 6 to like midnight. You can get through that mentally. Um, that's where like the real weight loss. That's when you go to bed and you're like, shit, I feel like 200, and you wake up and it's like 195.
Yeah, I mean, eating late is what crushed me. So this is good because I like this plan because it's just a strict regimen. So you don't have to do any thinking. It's already there. You just have to follow it. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, it's geared towards like busy professionals, so you don't have to like because me and Hides did one, and the lady sent us like, here's some suggested workouts, here's some suggested meal plans, and I'm like, dude, I don't know, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
think through that. I can, and then like, sometimes we'd get up early, and she's making me like a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich with a slice of avocado and all that, and I'm like a piece of cheese trying to hit macros. And then no, man, and you're just on the cleanse, dude. Once you get to the meal plan, it's like this, and you just eat that until Alan changes it. So he's jumping in right now. If you're on day what 8? Did you say
Yeah.
day 8? This would be like a good time to kind of talk to Alan. Let's see here. There's Alan Dick, the man right there, the myth, the legend. How we doing, Alan?
You know what? It's the beginning of January. I am shot out of a cannon, and every single person on the face of the fucking planet wants to all of a sudden look amazing and forget what happened in December. So yeah, here I
Dude, they go, this is new to me, right? I'm in the car business. So they go radio silent from like right around Christmas to a week after January. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh,
am.
hey, they come racing back.
Yeah, all of a sudden they look like a beanbag with arms and legs, and they're just like, okay, I feel I need to do something about this. Let's go.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I was like, where did everybody go? And then like I've got some guys on here that are super loyal and they're all in. And then I've got some guys on here that I haven't heard of since like day one. And they just like, they ghosted. And I'm trying to check in with people because I'm a sales guy, right? So I'm like, hey, how are we doing? Are you still alive? Like, what is going on? And everyone's like, it's great, this, that, the other. And then, I just, and some people are like, I had a cookie. And some people are like, oh, I've derailed for like 6 days. It's bad. But we've got some people on here that are new. We've got some guys that are like on day 8 of the cleanse. If you want to kind of get everyone jazzed up, I would love that. I've got some guys that want to ask questions. I've got some guys that have like texted me questions. Just let me know where you want to start.
100%. I'm going to start with anybody that's just starting the cleanse, and just touch base on that, because once again, like, if it doesn't specify how much to have of something, don't consume it. If you want to go ahead and if it says to have 3 grapefruits, or if it says to have, this much, whatever, you have to stick to that. But once again, if it doesn't say, hey, it just says eggs and toast, eat as much as you want. Don't feel like if you go ahead and you undereat, you're going to lose more weight. It doesn't work that way. This cleanse was built for anybody that, can be 100 pounds to 500 pounds. And so obviously, somebody that weighs a little bit more needs more calories to get through the day. If someone's a little bit leaner, once again, they'll need more calories to get through the day. Now, I understand it's only breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but once again, just eat until you feel you're good. Don't prolong the meal. Don't sit there for a fucking hour and be like, okay, I'm going to get all I can in this. Just go ahead and eat and be done with it and move on. I will say that timing is huge. 6 a.m., 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. And that is big. And the reason why is because even when we go ahead, like even for me, I consume 6,800 calories a day. I make sure my food has to be done by 6 p.m. so my body will burn stored fat while I'm sleeping. So anybody that's starting the cleanse, I make sure that we kind of get used to that straight out of the gate. So when we transfer into the actual nutrition, those time periods are already set up. All we have to do is go ahead and add snacks in. When it comes to the cleanse, it says 500 mils of water for the first 2 days. Drink 500 mils. It says 2 liters for the next 14 days. Drink 2 liters of water. Don't drink 1, don't drink 3, just stick to it exactly. For those people that go ahead and coffee or caffeine keeps them up in the evening, just stick to decaf at night if you need to. It's up to you. I will say though, make sure to consume the coffee, because once again, this cleanse was built and it doesn't have a lot of like starchy carbs in it. And because carbs retain a specific amount of water for every gram of carb you take in, when you do this cleanse, it's going to go ahead and draw more bloating and water retention from the body. So when you consume the coffee, it's just going to aid in that digestion and kind of pull the rest of the water out of your system. And honestly, just don't add, don't deviate, don't change, don't alter. I built something that it works exactly the way it should. So just stick to it 100%. Also has a workout that goes along with it, tailored to beginner, intermediate, and advanced people. So when you read it and you just say, okay, well, I'm an intermediate, okay, cool. It'll tell you 4 to 5 days a week. Just make sure to stick to that. The reason why I don't have that on Trainerize and on the app, because you're a piece of shit. You don't have a ton of energy. You can't push a lot. So I don't expect you to record what you're already upset about. Okay, so just make sure you're running through the motions, but you're just kind of, you're going through the motions, your understanding of what's to come, but don't record it. I could give 2 shits. Make sure the 30 minutes of cardio is going to be 7 days a week, and that doesn't matter whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. 30 minutes of cardio can be any kind of cardio you want. It does not matter, okay? And it can be any time in the day. Just make sure that the second your eyes open up, you've got 60 minutes to consume food. After that 60 minutes, you burn muscle. So just remember that. So, okay, so for me, I shut my food off at 6, but I actually I get up at 4:30 in the morning. My first meal has to be before 5:30. Okay, so just make sure that's a thing. Us guys only put on 4 to 5 pounds of muscle a year, and women 2 to 3. It doesn't seem like a lot. So let's not lose what we have straight out the gate. And other than that, just stick to it. It works really, really well. It's only 16 days and it sets you up for so much success right away. Once again, this is a cleanse that doesn't have, like, you're not going to sit there and shit your pants all day long. It's not the lemonade diet or whatever it is. You're going to go ahead and you're going to pee, and anything left over is just weight we got to lose. Okay.
That day two I found has been the hardest for everybody. You get fatigue and headache. What is that? Is that just your addictions that are coming out, or?
So many people are addicted to coffee. It's ridiculous. So the headache they get is nuts. Like, I'm dieting now because my kid and my kids and I were going to go to Mexico on February 18th, and my little guy watched Rambo 3, and he's like, Sylvester Stallone is shredded. Dad, can you look like that? So I drink tea when I'm dieting because my body doesn't like coffee. It doesn't digest well for blood type O. So yes, when it comes to that, it's basically just withdrawal. You're taking it out of your system. And so you're going to have that headache. You're taking away all your sugars, all that shit. So it's just like, especially coming out of December when everybody's shit to bed. So it's going to be tough for the first couple of days.
Awesome. Brady, you got any questions for him? I know you're on day 8. Brady's on day 8. He's a pretty fit guy. He was at 208. He needs to be at about 190 realistically. How you doing, Brady? You got any questions for him?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I had a question about when you say like fruit, you can have as much fruit as you want. Is there a specific kind of fruit that's good and not just overconsume any kind of fruit?
Any kind of fruit. Yeah, it's either any kind of fruit or cantaloupe. So it's like if it just says fruit, you eat as much as you want.
Okay. Yeah, other than that, I'm loving it. I mean, day 8, I feel good. I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost a lot of water weight, which is great.
Good.
And I really like the workouts too because I'm an old man and I don't feel like doing kettlebells 100 times. You know what I mean?
I don't give a shit how much somebody can fucking deadlift anymore. I'm not 19 and I don't want to get it. So
No.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I really like it.
Hey, Alan, what about like vitamins or supplements during the 16-day cleanse? Like, are we stop all of it?
Yeah, the only thing I would say to somebody, if you were on beta blockers or you were on actual medication, I'm not going to get you to stop that whatsoever. I have had people in the past go ahead and have, stop their gout medication because obviously it started to go away into the cleanse. But when it comes to that, no supplements whatsoever. After we're done this, I've got specific supplements that I recommend because there's a lot of shit out there and a lot of stuff we shouldn't consume.
Okay. And then Chris, you mentioned something earlier. So one of the things is you're saying during the 16-day cleanse not to exercise, like for the first part of that. Is that, I mean, what would be the reason behind that? Is it because it'll bring on bigger cravings, more fatigue, or what's the thought on that? Or maybe I misheard you.
Yeah, it was the exercises are actually in the back of that PDF. I was saying don't exercise, don't kill yourself trying to, and that's what Alan was just saying. Don't kill
100%. Yeah, like exactly that. You're not going to have the energy to push. So it's like, let's just go through the motions, get blood to the muscle while we don't go ahead and burn any more muscle. And like I said, you're not going to burn a ton of muscle because the protein is still there. But once again, yeah, the more you can do within reason during the 16-day cleanse, the more it's going to help. Just watch it because I've had people go ahead and get a little bit on the dizzy side and stuff because you're not consuming the calories. And this is a perfect example where I get so fucking mad at people that go ahead and undereat calories to think they're going to drop weight. And then they wonder why they're a fucking bag of shit. You're going to notice that that's not going to happen during this because you're going to go ahead and understand why the fuck we're supposed to eat what we're supposed to eat.
Yeah.
What about caffeine pills? No dice?
No. Hold on the cleanse?
Yeah, instead of like coffee or...
No, because you want that liquid. You want what's in the coffee. Like obviously, I don't care if it's not the caffeine. It's what happens with the coffee in your body to draw out that extra water out of your system.
Gotcha.
So I keep hearing about gut cleansing and all that. Is that what this kind of does too? Is just kind of flushes?
You know what? Inadvertently, this does help with that. Like I've got I've got 8 contractors that work out of my studio here, and one of them does gut reset. I will say this definitely does help with that. But once again, it's just clearing your body of all the shit that doesn't need to be there so that you can go ahead and absorb the whole foods out of the next nutrition plan and absorb them the way the body is supposed to. And so you'll find that, like I said, you're going to feel way more clear. The clarity is going to be insane on how you feel. So yes, does it help with your gut? 100%.
A couple other questions, sorry. So like I did this once and then kind of fell off the wagon, but I will just say round it up. I lost 20 pounds first go around, and then my goal now is another 20. Is it ideal not to supplement protein after the 16-day or do those kinds of things? Should I be trying to hit that target weight and continue the cleanse and the dieting, more so than adding back in those, getting extra protein like drinks or some sort of, supplement like that?
I love this question. So this is fucking awesome. This is why I do this shit. So I have had people do the cleanse back to back. I said, don't fucking do it. She went ahead and did it and gained 5 pounds. So what happens is, this is a perfect example, is we can only do something for such a short period of time before the body says, I'm stressed out, we need to make a change. That's why it's 16 days. So after the 16 days, yes, you might lose 18 pounds. And then once you start the food, because the food is going to be upwards of 1850, the body's going to go ahead and gain 1 to 3 pounds before it realizes it finally got the calories it needs, and you're going to drop like it's going out of style.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. So then as we start entering and getting close to that 16, Chris, is this where I call you and say, hey, what
Yeah,
next?
so Alan, as you know, you get a lot of interest in the cleanse. They just want to do the cleanse because it's the easy, quick fix, and then they want to go away. And it's like, I'm happy to sell you the cleanse, but you really need to do the cleanse and then jump into the reset where you get the meal plan and the exercises that Alan kind of changes ever so slightly. But that's where you start getting shredded, and you can kind of speak to that a little bit more.
Yeah, honestly, like, it's January, so I've had so many people send me messages and be like, hey, can I start your 16-day cleanse? Yes, 100%. But guess what? Unless you've changed your fucking mindset to all of a sudden rewire your brain, you're going to go right back to what you did before the 16-day cleanse is done. So what happens is 3 to 4 days before the 16-day cleanse is done, we're going to send off your food that you're going to do and your workout that's going to go ahead and put you in the right direction. Because what happens is, I don't believe in cardio to get us to our goal. That, yes, I believe in cardio for specific things, like when I'm doing a bodybuilding show where I've got guys that are training for Ironmans, for sure. There's certain things that we have to do, but I do not believe in it to drop weight. I believe in, if we push our ass as hard as we can in the gym and to make sure that we don't stop, I do a lot of supersetting. So like, I'm not that kind of guy that's going to, just do bench press and then sit on my ass for fucking 2 minutes before I have to go again. I'm going to make sure that we kind of go ahead and do core or do this or do that, because that's going to go ahead and make you drop all this weight and get to this goal so much fucking faster. You can go ahead and eat until you're blue in the face, healthy food, but if you don't have everything working together, the reason why I built this is the calories and the workout go together. And all of a sudden you'd be like, holy shit, it's been 3 months and I'm down 50 fucking pounds. Like, I just started with this mom and this son, and he is 16 and she is, I don't know, she's 42, and combined they were very, very, very large. And it's been 2 months and 7 days, and combined they've lost 91 pounds together. So it just goes to show you that, yes, they did the 16-day cleanse, but they knew what they were doing after to make sure it kind of eased their mind on knowing the direction we're going to go. And the cool thing about this is that with this group, other people that have already done it and been through it and then are almost at that point where they're fucking shredded, they're going to start going the other direction. They can aid in answering questions and be like, holy shit, this actually does work.
Totally.
Yeah. One quick question on the workout. So Brady kind of hit it. So there's only, I think, what, like 6 or 7 of those workouts, right, Chris? So do we just loop it again during the
Yeah, for the
class?
16-day cleanse, you're just going to do, if you're doing the advanced, you're going to do 6, take a day off, do 6, take a day off. And then the new workout that's going to be tailored after this will be in the Trainerize app, where you're going to be able to record and all that stuff. Because if you don't go ahead and beat every single workout by a rep or by weight, we're not moving anywhere. If you lift the same, you look the same.
Are you not wanting us to supplement like additional exercises? You want us to kind of stick to the regimen for the most part?
Every single thing I built has a purpose. And the reason why is because I'm not pushing it too hard. Because what happens is, if people push themselves too hard, it's a recipe for disaster. And all of a sudden they fall off the wagon. Yeah. What I tend to do is, other than the 16-day cleanse, which has a drastic result and you look fucking phenomenal, after that, it's slow and steady wins the race. Therefore, it doesn't come back fast.
Yeah.
And because I do this, because I've been competing bodybuilding for 22 years, I compete, I do classic bodybuilding. And you know what? The cool thing about it is I build all my programs for everybody to look fucking amazing. You know what? It's not conceited to have somebody say, oh, well, I want to look like this. If we're going to put in the time, we might as well feel good, look good, and have the energy to kick ass. And I'm 42, turning 43. My kids got to look up to me like I'm fucking Superman until I'm at least 100.
Yeah,
hey, Alan.
I would say the cleanse is like, it's like a football analogy. You just got the kickoff and you're at about the 10-yard line. You got to get the meal plan. You got to get his workouts, and then slowly move the ball up the field. And you'll be to the end zone before you know it. But like, yeah, everyone gets so excited about the cleanse, and they think that's, because you do lose a lot of weight, and everyone wants to just keep doing it. But it's like, you got to that's just your tiny little win before you hit the next chapter. And then speaking of that, Alan, well, I got you here. So I got a lot of guys that have just started November 4th. It's January 13th. They're going, they're coming to the 90-day period. What do you have coming for them as far as like new meal plans, new workouts? Like what's kind of the thing that keeps you going?
So basically, what I'm doing now is for any single person that has been on it for like the good 90 days and they've dropped a good amount of weight, what I have is sometimes people still have weight to lose, but they need to go ahead and be remotivated. So what I've done is I've added options to the actual weight loss plan itself. And then so like for phase two. So I've added options to the weight for the food and then also made another workout because what's happening now is they're in better shape. So the workout has to be tougher for us to lose that last little bit of weight. Then what I've done is for any single person that's gotten to the point where they're fucking looking like a brick shithouse is now I've made a body recomp one where it's a new workout and a new set of calories that are a lot higher. And that's where we go ahead and we start putting on muscle. So now it's basically just, you know what? New food options, way harder workout. Let's get that six pack or that flat stomach or feel comfortable in your own skin as a woman. I tell every single one of my girl clients, if you got to look good, if you can feel comfortable in your own skin or naked, then we're winning. And so that's the goal. And for every single guy that I have, I want them to have a fucking six pack and I don't care who you are or how old you are. So once we get that, then we kind of go up. So I've built all that stuff and I'm going to send it out this week.
Perfect. Love it.
So real quick, Alan. So I travel a ton, entertain a ton. Do you customize the plan, or is it a generic plan, or do you have like suggestions or ideas, like or can we reach out to Chris or whatever and just get some ideas? Those kinds of things are going on, or I don't know if you do something like that.
Basically, what I've done in the past is I've just gone ahead and I built this to make sure we get to where we're going because you can track it and you can work out anywhere in the world because of the app itself. Once we go ahead and we drop weight and we're kind of to a point where like, okay, we need to make alterations, we can definitely talk about that. But you know what? I want to see, how tall are you and how much do you weigh?
6'1" and 219 right now.
219, 6'1". So I'd probably like to see you around 100 and you know what? I had Dan Martell, he's 6'2", got down to 195 pounds, completely shredded, and he sits at 214 this morning. So I'd like to see around probably 190 before we come back up.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah. But it's when I talk like this, it's not that I just fucking love this, and I know if you follow this shit, you're gonna look fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, and I don't care if you're an 80-year-old woman. I had a grandma literally sitting here a week ago, and I said the word fuck. I felt horrible, but she was like, "It's okay." Apparently, I swear a lot, but my kids, if they ever repeat it, I get to kick their ass. Okay.
Hey, whatever gets the message home. Fuck,
Okay.
retarded. I'm all for it, man. Let's go.
Okay.
Let me think. Let's see. Meal plans. Um, you know, Brady is a big fan of this. What are your thoughts on beef jerky as protein? Is that something we should even be touching at a convenience store? Or is that just a stay away from that stuff?
Are you fucking serious right now?
It's too expensive.
It's very
If
expensive.
you're gonna make your own in a fucking smoker, then go about it. But if you buy anything from a fucking convenience store, you know what? I can't address this without losing my shit.
All right.
What a statement, yes.
Let's mute Joey there. Let's see. Where's Jason Mohammed? Is he still on?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. How you
Hey,
guys doing?
man. All right. So, Alan, this is Jason. Jason's a physician. He's been on since day one. He's been crushing it. He went to Europe with his kids, stuck to the
Yeah.
plan. I can see his Instagram posts. I can see what he's eating. He's still doing it. His face is a lot thinner. Jason, how you doing, man? You
I'm
got
doing good. I'm doing good. I think we're coming, like you were saying, we're coming up to that 90-day mark. I mean, these calls motivate me. It helps. I think you pretty much answer like most of my questions.
cool.
Let's say the only one thing I had, I think I asked Chris this last time. Let's say like you got out of town for like a week or you get sick for a week and you just kind of like not completely get off, but like, you're not like 100% like on the course. Would you recommend just hopping right back on, like doing like a mini cleanse? Like,
It's
what do you think?
interesting you said this because this year was the first time my kids have seen me get sick twice in their entire life. And the second time was at fucking Christmas. I worked my ass off. And then all of a sudden on the 23rd, I was like, this is horse shit. I got pneumonia for 11 days and I didn't get to go to the gym. It was the worst time of my life. I was sitting there in a fucking ski jacket in front of the fireplace, still fucking cold. And I was like, this is horrific. So And it happened to so many of my guys. It was crazy and all over the world. I was like, this is not fucking normal.
Yeah.
And so what I told him is last week I finally got back into it. I just eased into it for the first couple days. And come Wednesday and Thursday, I hit it full notch and now I'm good to go. So I wouldn't just jump back in. I'd just kind of
Okay.
be like, okay, today I'm going to get my food in. I might do some cardio. Tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and up a little bit. And then kind of towards the end of the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I
And then
think
also,
otherwise, it's just finding that rhythm for everyone that's kind of just started. I mean, it's been like amazing. Like the cleanse, like you feel like a superhuman, and then once you start eating again, like you just like appreciate it even more. But I think the biggest thing has been like time management. Once you get that right, everything just like clicks. Like at a certain point, it just click, and it's just like auto cruise, you know. So it's pretty cool.
well,
That's
I can't wait
awesome.
till I can see you lift your shirt up and be like, look at this fucking
I'm not
right?
there yet. I'm not there yet. Yeah.
Speaking of lifting your shirt up, Scott. So this is my contractor, Scott. He lives down the street from me. He was pretty shredded to begin with, lost 20 pounds. Now he's getting to the He-Man level. Scott, how you doing?
I'm
Yes.
great. I'm ready to see the new workout and the new diet, Alan.
Fucking A, buddy. So you work this hard, you're fucking shredded. So this is a cool thing because as you guys stay in the group and those women stay in the group that went ahead and did all this and got to this point, now I finally get to go to fucking work. It's okay. Like, don't get me wrong. I love taking the sleeping bag off and allowing people to see what they fucking have underneath. But at the same time, now because I bodybuilded my whole life and I trained bikinis and figures and competitors my whole life, this is where I love to go to work. And then you're gonna love the new shit that's coming, dude.
Yeah, I'm stoked. Glad you're feeling
100%.
better.
Yeah, me too. It's fucking horseshit. It's the best way to lose 14 pounds and look like a fucking child. So yeah.
Yeah, I had it too, man. I don't know what that was. That was like COVID 4.0, and like I don't get sick either. I never get sick. And I'm like, the nurse came by. I was like, yeah, you have pneumonia, and I was like, oh, cool. That's a 1 or 2 day problem, dude. It was like 8 days at least before I could do anything. I felt like
Oh. Yeah, it was shit.
yeah, it sucked. Hi, do you got any questions for Alan? I know you're always stewing on some questions over there.
I am full of questions. I just have a couple. One being, I know I have the allotted 6 day workouts and I love them. I think they're awesome. But I do sometimes like to do yoga or Pilates, throw that in the mix for like flexibility and stretching. I feel like as I'm getting older, my flexibility isn't as good. So I was trying to figure out when the best day to do that is because I want to get a rest day in. So I was like, should I do that after the rest day and then pick up day one right after that? Or kind of how do you think I could work that in once a week?
I would go ahead and either, yeah, on your rest day, I would definitely do yoga because that wouldn't take away from anything that we're gonna do. If you find that you wake up on a Tuesday or Wednesday and you're like, holy shit, I'm sore, do on that day as well. Okay. So take that day
Okay.
off and go and do something to give your body a little bit of time to recover. Because once again, if we're too sore and we continue working, we actually work in the opposite direction.
Okay, that's good to know. Because, yeah, I do find, especially after leg days, that I'm really sore and I'd like to just go stretch and do something like that. So
Done.
that's good.
That's perfect. So I would utilize that every single time now going forward.
Okay, cool. And then that was really interesting what you said about coffee and blood type O, because I am blood type O. And I've noticed recently I sort of only had 1 cup of coffee before the cleanse. And once I did the cleanse, I found that I was drinking a lot of coffee. So then I kind of continued that into the macro plan. So
Yeah.
I don't know your thoughts on coffee with the macros, but I kind of have at least 2 or 3 cups a day now. So I've back to tea and I find that I feel better. I just noticed that the coffee was starting to kind of bother me a little bit.
It's crazy because it doesn't mean that coffee's bad, but for some reason for our
Yeah.
blood type, it just affects our digestion. And so it doesn't allow my body to utilize the food and do what it needs to as well, especially in the morning straight out of the gate where I have a lot more of my carbs. So that's why I'm just drinking tea and that helps a lot better. So green tea kind of thing. So yeah, give that a go and obviously like stick to it. But if you miss it and you want to have it, but at least you understand. So now you can make an educated decision.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see what else. I think those were my 2 questions was the coffee, the workout. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. That's not bad.
Cool. Anyone else have any questions for Alan here? If not, Keep sending me referrals. Keep posting your wins online. Tag Alan, tag me. We're about to take it to the next level. It's getting exciting. Got through the first, 60 days, kind of the growing pains and figuring all that out. Now it's about to be fun. We're gonna get some good people in here. We're gonna have some more fun. Maybe talk to some guests in these calls. So I'm excited, man. I'm glad all you guys are here. I'm glad all you guys are crushing it. Those were all really good questions, by the way. I know Alan hears all those 100 times, but it's
Yeah, but I love it. I wouldn't be on this fucking call or get up at 4 o'clock in the morning if I didn't want to.
I know, man. We're excited for you, man. Hopefully, glad you're feeling better. You're looking good as well. If you need anything from me, you guys know where to find me. You can DM me, you can text me. That's all I really got, man. If anyone needs anything, just holler at us.
100%. Talk to you guys very soon.
Appreciate it. See you, man.
Yeah.